Hey everyone, welcome back to US Mint News and Reviews for September 24, 2023. Now let's get to it. Over here at moneymetals.com, you're looking at an in-stock American Silver Eagle whose premium is $8.39. I thought for sure, since silver had popped a little bit over the week, that we'd see a higher premium, but we're not. Isn't that something? Now over here, this is the Google machine, and I typed in silver and news, and it was really tough to get to it because, well, I had to go down here anyway. Look at this. This is really interesting, and I think this is probably one of the most manipulated metals out there. And you could probably give confirmation on that just by looking at some of the lawsuits that are out there about manipulation or spoofing or whatever it's called. So here we go. It says silver and gold prices September 24. Check the latest in your city today. That's in Delhi, right? That's Hindustan Times. But look at this from Kitco just a day ago. Silver surges, gold to catch up. Okay. All right. Fair enough. Then keep on keeping on. Silver long-term charts point to potential for explosive breakout. That was a day ago. Well, let's keep on keeping on. Oh, look at this. Investing.com says dead ends ahead for silver. So really, what is it going to be? Is it going to be that silver has a breakout, or is it that silver is at a dead end? That's probably the most accurate portrayal of the news about silver that you could probably possibly find on the internet. One person says this, another person says this, and I think it's so called something confirmation bias. So if you believe that it's going to go up, you're going to find stories like this, like, oh, it's going to break out and it's going to get huge, it's going to be a big deal. Well, maybe not. And if you believe that it's going to go down, you're going to find this article, dead ends for silver. So it's just, confirmation bias. That's what it's all about. Now, let's keep on keeping on because you really just don't know what it's going to do. Now, we can look at the general economy and look at things that are going on around us. And it's kind of like that Bob Dylan song. You don't need a weatherman to know which way the wind blows, right? Think about that. That's huge. Now, over here to the United States Mint. All right, bullion sales are updated every weekday by 5 p.m. Eastern. Today is Sunday, so we're not going to have any new tale to tell. But I really would like to have the United States Mint hit at least 21 million American Silver Eagles. That way, we could see a lower premium for those American Silver Eagles. Now, over here to coinnews.net. There's an article by Mike Unser. Hope I said that right. For September 22nd, 2023, his article is titled, U.S. Mint produces 1 billion coins in August. Highest Kennedy mintages since 2001. Man, that's amazing. And I'll leave a link in the description for this particular article. For the third consecutive month, the United States Mint reduced its coin production pace in August, but it remained consistent, surpassing the 1 billion coin mark for the 8th month in a row. Imagine that. That's huge. That's a tremendous amount of coins. Last month, the U.S. Mint struck just over 1 billion coins, including cents, nickels, dimes, quarters, and half dollars, marking a 9.6% decrease from July and an 8.7% increase from August of 2022. The month also signifies the sixth this year in which Kennedy halves were produced. 6 months they're producing Kennedy half dollars. That's a tremendous amount. What about the Native American dollar? I think we'll get to that in a minute. Okay, all right. With the total now at the highest level for a year since 2001. Here's how the month ranks against others in the past year. So basically we're looking at here. Bam. 9th rank out of the 13 months that are listed here. And I think the Mint is going to probably be ramping down production as we get closer to November and December. Look at that. November, December, definitely the 13th and 12th month right there. Number 11 is August. So we had actually a pretty robust August right there. It was the 9th out of those. So let's keep on keeping on. Let's go with the data. Fewer pennies. The main mission of the U.S. Mint is to manufacture coins in response to public demand. The Mint produces, sells, and then delivers circulating coins to the Federal Reserve banks to support their service to commercial banks and other financial institutions. Yeah. What other financial institutions are there besides commercial banks? That'd be great if we find that out. Even though it costs the Mint 2.72 cents to make and distribute each 1 cent coin, the Federal Reserve always orders more of them than any other denomination of its circulating coinage. In August, the Mint struck 432 million Lincoln cents, which accounted for 41.9% of the circulating quality coins made for the entire month. This continues a trend that began in May of 2022, when the percentage of cents produced in a given month fell below 50%. Historically now, before then, more than half of the coins produced in each month were cents. For instance, in January of last year, almost 60% of the circulating coins minted were Lincoln cents, which contrasts with the current situation. So it looks like they're producing more coins. And I imagine the United States Mint and the American government gets more seigniorage from the other coins than they do Lincoln cents. In a month-over-month comparison for coins used daily by Americans, production totals in August declined 5.6% for Lincoln cents, 9% for Jefferson nickels, 8.9% for Roosevelt dimes, and 18.5% for quarters. Now, here we go. This is the meat and potatoes of the article. 2023 Kennedy half-dollar mintages are highest since 2001. In addition to cents, nickels, dimes, and quarters. Remember that episode, Nickels, Dimes, Quarters. Remember that? What was that from? Man, I can't remember. The U.S. Mint also produces dollars and half dollars in circulating quality. While the Federal Reserve no longer orders Native American $1 coins, they're still minted in circulating quality for coin collecting. There it is. That's huge. Circulating quality, but never placed in circulation. They even say that on the U.S. Mint website. This was also true for Kennedy half dollars until recently, specifically beginning in 2021. Typically, in January, the United States Mint produces both denominations in the expected amounts needed for the entire year. However, this remains the case only for the Native American dollars, as the Kennedy halves saw their mintages increase in multiple months in 2021, 2022, and now in 2023. And folks, typically they would call Kennedy half dollars NIFCs, not intended for circulation. Well, they now are IFCs, right, intended for circulation. In the past 2 fiscal years, 2021 and 2022, the Federal Reserve unexpectedly ordered millions more Kennedy half dollars for circulation, with amounts of about 12 million and 7 million respectively. It's expected that Kennedy half dollars have been produced for general circulation in 2023 as well, with the total struck increasing by 4.8 million in August, 3.2 million in July, 1.7 million in May, and 2.5 million in April, and 2.2 million in March, and 4.4 million in January. That's a lot. Okay, that's a tremendous amount, but it's nowhere near the 40 million in 2001. It says here, as of now, the combined total of halves for 2023 is 18.8 million. Okay, about 20 million. Now, that's the highest since the 40 million in 2001. That's, half, with 5.4 million from Denver. Look at that. That's a big difference there. And 13.4 million from Philadelphia. So it looks like Denver 2023 half dollars are way less minted than the Philadelphia, not by a third, but it's still pretty remarkable, and it's worth noting. This is in comparison to the 2022 production runs, which totaled 4.9 million from Denver and 4.8 million from Philadelphia, for a combined total of 9.7 million coins. And I think it's also important to note that Denver, when it comes to the American innovation dollars, actually had a lower product limit than the Philadelphia Mint does. So that's really important. I think that for whatever reason, and I'm not saying that the Denver Mint isn't going to produce exactly the same amount of coins as the Philadelphia Mint. I'm just saying that for mint products, it seems like they're producing less, and the ones they sell on the website. Now, Now this is important. The mintages of Native American dollars have remained unchanged since January, with splits of 1.1 million for Denver and 1.1 million for Philadelphia Mint, for a combined total of 2.24 million coins. In contrast, the 2022 dollar recorded equal splits of 980,000 from each facility, for a total of 1.96 million coins. Oh boy, this is where it gets juicy. On February 6th, the U.S. Mint started selling rolls, bags, and boxes of the 2023 Native American dollars. On May 15th, the Bureau started offering collectors rolls and bags of circulating 2023 Kennedy half dollars. The next table shows a summary of all the circulating quality coins produced last month. Now there it is, right there, U.S. Mint circulating coin production, and we have Native American, nothing. We got bupkis there, all right? That's something to think about. Now, regarding overall production totals for August, Denver Mint struck 362 million coins, while the Philadelphia Mint struck 668 million coins, resulting in a combined production of 1 billion coins. Isn't that something? Look at the difference there. That's a pretty big difference there. Now, year-to-date totals, the Mint has struck in Denver 4.7 billion, and the Philadelphia Mint, that's actually wrong, because if you come here, they're at 4.8 billion coins, for a total of 9.5 billion coins. This figure is 1% lower than the 9.6 billion coins manufactured during the same period in 2022. Now, if the current production pace were to continue through December, the annual mintage for 2023 would be 14 billion coins, about 14.5 billion coins. In comparison, the U.S. Mint produced over 13.6 billion coins for circulation in 2022. So it looks like 23 is going to be a higher year for production numbers. All right. Now, the next table lists production totals by denomination and by U.S. Mint facility. Here's the Native American dollars, and they're about even Steven right there. However, look at that. The 50-cent pieces definitely double from Philadelphia. Not sure what's going on there, but Philadelphia holds the honor there for the 25-cent pieces, the 10 cents. Look at that. Actually, Denver owns the nickel, and then we have 1.86, I don't know why I say 1.8, but it's 1,800,000,000. All right, and then 1,800,000,000 there for 41. So it looks like the only time Denver has even, I guess, got a top spot in the 6 denominations is for that nickel. Hope I'm focused. Are you following along? I hope so if you're still awake. Now, 2023 quarter mintages. Really, let me talk about the Native American dollar really quick. So if there are only 1.12 million from each mint, so it's 2.24 million. We can go here to the Native American coin. Most of them, if not all of them, are on remind me status right now. And what that means is that the remainder of those are going to be for the uncirculated sets. And really, are the uncirculated sets really uncirculated? Because check this out. If those coins that are excess that haven't been sold here under these products, coins have a circulating finish but have never been placed into circulation. So does that mean they're uncirculated by Mint standards? I know the Mint plays games with words, so it kind of makes me do the head scratch, right? In addition to the 2023 Native American dollar with its 1-year only release design, the U.S. Mint through August released the first 4 of the 5 coins for the 2023 from their 4-year program of American Women Quarters. These 4 quarters represent the 6th through the 9th in the series, and each features a unique design. So we got Bessie Coleman, we got Edith Kanakole, Eleanor Roosevelt, and Jovita Idar. All right. Now, the mintages for the Roosevelt and Idar quarters have not been reported yet. In fact, out of the total coin production, about almost 800 million quarters have not been officially assigned a design by the United States Mint. And look at that. That's right there, almost 800 million. Well, you've got, 619 million there, 741 million there. So of those two, I guess, is it going to be look, if we're at 771 million quarters, all right, well, look at that. If Eleanor Roosevelt and Jovita Idar split that number right there, well, that would make them very much, the least minted out of all the quarters this year. Now, the final design quarter for this year, featuring Maria Tall Chief, is scheduled to be released on October 23rd. That's a month from now, folks. This table breaks down the year's reported mintages by coin design, including quarters. So I'm going to leave this link in the description for this particular article. Looking at the numbers for the Native American dollar, if they produce 2.2 million coins and they have sold, let's say, probably about 1.5 million coins, that leaves about 55,000 coins or so available to be split in half for P and D, which basically means that there's going to be about 330 to 325,000 available for the uncirculated mint set. And really, like I said, is the Mint playing word games? Because let's face it, we're looking at a circulating finish for this particular quarter, Maria Tall Chief. All right. Let's find out. Now, I would really hope that the United States Mint actually strikes the Native American dollars in the different presses for the uncirculated sets. But listen, something could be going on, because that could be the reason why we haven't seen the uncirculated set get into, or at least onto, the product schedule until December 5th. So, and on top of that, we really don't have any particulars, any numbers, product limits, or any specifications or descriptions on that whatsoever. Because typically what you'll see under the uncirculated set is that the Mint actually strikes those uncirculated sets on different presses using greater force. So that's a beautiful thing. And some people think that the uncirculated set is going to be the same quality that you find in your bank. Well, that's not necessarily true, especially if they use greater force. Okay? That's just better strikes. Better strikes are better strikes. All right? Now, if they use the Native American, well, it's a circulating finish, and I don't know that these are going to have the greater pressure with the greater strikes. Now, let's keep on keeping. I'm running out of time. Over here, this is the eBay, right here, eBay. 2023 Kennedy half-dollar boxes. They are IFSC, intended for circulation. This one's got more than 10 available. Isn't that something? Now, let's go to the plus ones, folks. Bam! This is Proverb 17:24. It says, wisdom lies before an understanding person, but a fool's eyes are on the ends of the earth. And I think what that means is that a wise person learns from every circumstance and situation, but a fool will always imagine that success is out of reach. And that reminded me of a Tony Robbins quote or something like that, is that basically whatever you're focusing on grows because life is controlled by what we focus on. Now, let's get over here to 99.9 KON Coin News Radio. This is Genesis Misunderstanding. There it is. All right, folks, I want to thank y'all for coming. Thanks for dropping by. Don't forget to hit that like button. And if you do like what you're hearing, well, sub to the channel. It's free. Stacker out.